Yeah, we're back. We are back. We are officially back. Now, before oh my god, I can already see. I can already imagine what's going through your head right now. Mateus, why the why the why the flip are you inside your car right now? Why the flip are you inside your car right now? And that is a really good question that I'm gonna answer right now. Um, so it so happens that I am moving. So my house, it's a little bit of a mess, which is okay. You know, sometimes through the process of moving, you need to go through a little bit of a mess yourself, so that you can, turn into something better. And that is exactly what's happening right now. So, my house is a little bit of a mess, but the show's gotta move on. The show cannot stop. So I was like, you know what? Let me do it in my car. You know, I get the setup right here. I have the computer right here. I have the camera. Everything's charged, plugged in, ready to go. Matter of fact, because my microphone is so close to the computer, you might hear a little bit of static. Okay, but nonetheless, this is gonna be a really good episode. I have a lot of really good things, um, prepared for you guys. And let's be honest, what else does a man need? What else do I really need in order to transmit my message? Do I need a really big studio with, the best microphones, with the best audio interface? Which, by the way, if you're asking me, Mateos, are you gonna have guests? The audio interface that I have only covers one microphone, so I can only have one guest. Um, Let me see if the screen closes. Yeah, it does still keep recording. So yeah, that's good. I mean, what else do I need? Right? I'm mobile. I'm mobile. With this setup, I'm mobile. If I get a call tomorrow from Sabrina Carpenter, hey Mateos, I would love to join your podcast. I'm mobile, girl. I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow. You know, uh, but yeah, I have a really good episode ready for you guys. Let's get comfortable. Talking about getting comfortable, I got myself some peak guarana. Check this out. Ooh! Ah, oh, that wasn't satisfying at all. But oh no, there you go. So let me make myself comfortable too. I got some guarana. I have my camera. I have my computer, and I have you guys. So honestly, what else do I flipping need? What else do I flipping flip need? Am I right? Am I right? Okay, let's get started. Let me set up the computer. I had a little desk for the computer right here. I can't really show you guys, but I have a little desk that like on my steering wheel. Let me see if I can show you guys real quick. Yeah, like on my steering wheel, I have a little desk, but the computer was interfering with the microphone, so I had to move it away. Um, Okay, let's get started with today's episode. Today, first, we're gonna start, a little chill, a little this, a little that. Then we're gonna ramp it up a little bit, and then after that, we're gonna, end it on a good note. How about that? How does that sound for you guys, huh? How does that flipping sound, huh? Anyways, uh, Joji is back. Guys, Joji is back. Now I can hear three types of reaction from you guys right now. I can hear it through the camera, through the mo flipping camera. Reaction number one. Mateus, who the flip is Joji? And that is a really good question that I'm gonna answer in a bit. Reaction number two. Um, Boo! I don't care. Who is this guy? I don't like this guy. Actually, I know who this guy is, and I dislike him. Boo! 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 And for that, you better like turn this video off right now, bro. And reaction number three, uh, yes, reaction number three is yeah, baby. Woo, let's go, let's go. That's reaction number three, and that is me. That's the category that I fit in. Okay. Um, So Joji is back. So Joji, in case you don't know, it's literally like when I say this, I don't mean this lightly. It's one of the best artists of our generation right now. And I don't even like I'm not even exaggerating. And let me share the screen with you guys. There you go. So Joji came back last week and he shared this incredible video um with us, and it was the same day that I posted the shorts for my last episode of the podcast. And I was like, shit, my bad, bruh. My bad, OG. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for even posting on the same social media as you. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but if whew, if you can't hear it, that's fine. I'll try to put it on post. Oh my god, this is really good. Anyways, if you can't hear it, uh make sure go listen. What are you doing? Go listen to Joji. That's Joji. You're missing on a hell of an artist. It's really good. um and the fun thing about this guy, he has an interesting backstory, and that's why I decided to talk about him with you guys today. So Joji, his actual name is George Miller, and Joji is how people call him in Japan. George is Joji. You know, that was racist. I'm so sorry. That was racist. I'm so sorry. Uh and he used to live in Japan for a little bit, and he had this YouTube channel called Filthy Frank. And oh boy, it is as filthy as it sounds. Uh I am sharing the screen right now, so if you can't see it, if you're just listening, I'll describe to you guys what's on the screen. Actually, I there's no words. I can't even describe what's going on right now. Like this guy started by calling pigeons the N word on his New York apartment. He was teaching people how to say the N word in Japanese. So YouTube did not like that. YouTube did not like that at all. It was like 2014, 2015, and YouTube did not like what this guy was doing. So they changed the rules of the platform and they killed him. Not literally, but metaphorically. They killed him. They cut the monetization for his channel. They're like, our brands do not like what you're doing, and they're definitely not gonna pay for whatever the heck you got going on there, young man. Whatever the heck you got going on there, we're not about it. So we're gonna cut it, cut it off. So obviously, without being able to make any money from it, he gave up. His last video was 8 years ago, but it was bittersweet because he stopped making these videos, which are pretty funny, and he just came back by making the most mind blowing music you can ever think of. This guy's music is mind blowing. So if you're too young or too old to know who Joji is, um, definitely look him up. I would recommend you listen to "Glimpse of Us" or "Slow Dancing in the Dark," um, "World Star Money." Great music, and it's funny to look at this because this guy he like I've heard him telling his story, and there was a period of his time where he used to work at a gas station in Japan on the overnight shift. And he says that he used to write his music while at work at a gas station. Isn't that funny, guys? Look at him now. Just absolutely mogging social media. I think this guy posted and he got like 8,000 likes in a minute. In 1 minute, this guy got like 8,000 likes. Like, I've never seen someone mog Instagram like this before. Like, this is absolutely insane. And this video got 16 million views. It's still less than AI Harry Potter, though. It's still less than AI Harry Potter. But that just goes to show that sometimes art is not really appreciated. So the name of this song is Pixelated Kisses. It is on Spotify. So go ahead and listen. That is my recommendation to you today. Now, for the second topic of the day, we have you might have seen it on sorry, on the title of the video. Sorry, humiliation rituals. Now, just like Joji, he had to go through his humiliation ritual, didn't he? Look at him; he was humiliating himself on the internet, and it flipping worked. I can bet you that it flipping worked, bro. So that really takes me back. So this year it was a hard year for me. You know, for a good portion of the year, I was I couldn't find a job. It was really hard to find a job. I'm a little embarrassed to admit that, but it's not my fault. It's really not my fault. And that's another thing. People nowadays they're so scared of admitting that they're broke. So scared of admitting that they're like, "Oh, yeah, I'm struggling." I'm not one of those guys. And to me, people should be more open when they're broke or not. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. We're going to get to that. But anyways, um and it was a really hard year for me, and oh my god, what a humiliation ritual it is to look for a job. It's almost like they do it on purpose. They want to humiliate you before you get that damn job, bro. Like it's a process directly made to break you down to your knees. It's so disgusting. Like, and the thing is that like now everything nowadays is online, but that doesn't make it better. That does not make it better, because I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. You go to Indeed and you apply to like a normal job. I'm not talking about like being like lead designer at Apple or anything like that. I'm talking about normal job. Like you want to work at a front desk. You want to like be a server. You want to be a bartender or something like that. You go to Indeed and there is a gazillion jobs, and you're like, oh, you're like this, like rubbing your hands together. You're like, oh, brother, how many options do I have, huh? I'm gonna be flipping rich in a minute. I'm gonna find a real good job like in 1 second. Ha! So you go to Indeed and you start applying and applying and applying, and you apply and you apply, and in a blink of an eye, you applied to 50 jobs. But the thing is that no employer is gonna go through actually go through all those applications, because in one day one employer can get like freaking like 300 applications, because you fill out an application like 10 minutes. Some are like 30 seconds. You click two buttons, you submit a resume, and that's it. You're in. And some, bro, oh my god, it's so humiliating. Bro, some make you chat with a freaking AI chat bot. Who thought that that was a good idea? You have to go to website and you have to type, I want to apply for a job. That is so insane to me that people thought that that was a good idea. One time, bro, I was in a little bit of a pickle, a little bit of a pickle, and I needed to apply for a job. And I was like, oh my god, I need a job fast. What's the first place you go to when you want a job fast? Say it now. Say it. Say it. I bet that like 80% of you thought like, oh, McDonald's. That's what I did. I went to Mo flipping McDonald's, bro. And I applied for a job. And all I did the whole time was just chat with bots and like automated messages. The whole flipping time. And the interview was a month away. A month to work at McDonald's? Is this what this country has turned into? A month to work at McDonald's? What? That is alarming. That is alarming. Because when you think of like starting jobs, the first place your head goes to is like McDonald's, Walmart. And I have to wait a month to do an interview and I might not even get the job? That is insane. Like, it's just like I don't even know. Like it takes your hopes away because you're like, damn. If I'm having to wait a month to get a job at McDonald's, imagine the flipping rest. And then like there's the other side. Like there's the other type of people. There's still those people that they want to print a resume and they want to go out there. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad, especially if you want to like apply to like a restaurant. You walk in a restaurant and there's the hostess, and it's always a flipping. Mm, it's always it's always she's always a flipping because she can see the resume on your hand, so she knows you're not there to give her money, and she gives you that look. They're like, ugh, and I'm like, hey, can I speak to your manager? Yeah, what do you need? I want to apply for a job. And they pull out a card. Oh, yeah, just email this card. I'm like, bitch, I may know nobody. Bitch, I ain't emailing nobody. Because I know damn well that if I send my resume to that damn flipping email, my resume will fall, like it will go straight to the flipping garbage, bro. Nobody will ever hear from it. My resume will just be disintegrated from the face of the internet. I know for a flipping fact that nobody will send my resume. So I am not sending my flipping resume to that email. Apply to the website. Yeah, bitch, I know. I've been there. But once again, if I just send my resume to the website, it would just fall into a pile of other 500 applications you got had this month. So no, I want to speak to your damn manager. And sometimes, bro, the managers, they don't even want to talk to you. And you just walk out feeling like crap with the paper resume on your hand like it's the freaking 1950s all over again. Humiliating. And I don't know if you guys know where the term humiliation ritual came from? It's from like artists or like singers when they have to stay relevant. Like the Illuminati gives them like a humiliation that they have to go through so that they can stay relevant. And shit, bro, I have to do that too for minimum wage. I have to do that for minimum wage so I can get paid like 15 an hour. This is not right. This is not what this country is supposed to be, the country of opportunities, not the country of flipping Indeed. And I hate it. I hate every second of it. And when you get the job, the horrors are not over because you're getting paid $15 an hour. What is this? What is going on? How are we getting paid $15 an hour in 2025? You know, jobs, they were supposed to, like, any job that you have is supposed to give you enough so that you can survive. I don't care what job you have. If you're flipping burgers, if you're cleaning toilets, if you're a freaking janitor, I don't care. Any job that you get should be enough for you to get a one-bedroom apartment, pay for a car, food, insurance, and that's it. Any job that you get. And if your job is not allowing you to do that, you're getting exploited. Your boss is taking advantage of you. If you're going to your job, clothed, fed, and you have the ability to work, and the job that you're in right now does not give you the ability to cover these expenses yourself, your boss is taking advantage of you. Because someone else is covering those expenses for you, and that's not fair. That's not fair. Jobs are meant to cover your expenses. That is the social contract of capitalism. I work for you, therefore you cover my expenses. I work for you, I give you profit, and then you give me enough to survive. If that's not working, if only one side is being profited from the equation, the math doesn't add up. How come you're getting richer and I'm getting poorer? And we have this conception in our heads that like we need to go to college, get a diploma. You don't need that. That's a lie. You've been told a lie. You should not have to go to college so that you can have a life. That is a lie. Oh, start a business. Are you dense? Is everyone supposed to have a business? If they want to have like a decent living, like that's not how it works. This is not capitalism anymore. This is a freaking corporate dystopia. This is a cyberpunk horror story that we're living in, and soon we're gonna have robot prostitution, and we're gonna have ads ran into your brain through chips. They're gonna put a chip in your brain and they're gonna run ads on it so that you can pay for your freaking oxygen. If you're going to work and you're not getting paid enough to cover your expenses, you're being exploited. Point blank, period. I don't care what job you have. Like I said, you can be cleaning toilets, you can be flipping burgers. You should be able to survive on your own. You should be. This is not fair. What's going on right now in this country is not fair. You want to hear a story? I'll tell you a freaking story. You know Domino's, the pizza place? You know how that place started? The employee started working at the pizza shop. He worked there for 5 years. And after 5 years, he had enough money to buy the whole freaking place. A pizza maker had enough money to buy the pizza shop that he used to work at. Do you understand that? Do you understand the purchasing power that you need to have to work in a place for 5 years and be able to buy that place? Do you understand how much more equal the playing field is? That's the purchasing power that you had like in the 1970s. And people want to come up to you and I don't know why this country has this conception that if you're not suffering, you're like you shouldn't be living. People want to come up to you and be like, "Oh, but you just flip burgers. So what? Do I not deserve to live if I stock shelves at Publix, at Walmart?" That is insane. And that is disrespectful and that is dystopian. And you if you believe that, you've been lied to. Now, if you want to have another, level of living, if you want to have nice cars, if you want to have a nice house, like I get that. Go to college. By all means, do that. But if you work a number job, you should be able to live. And like I said, people should be more open when they're talking about if they're broke or not. Like I go to social media nowadays and I go to Instagram and I open some comment like some comment section, and like sometimes like the video is like, "Ew, you're broke." Huh? Ew, you're broke. Being broke is disgusting. Being broke is a problem? Bitch, because mathematically speaking, you're broke too. If you're watching this video, I don't care who you are broke. Statistically speaking, you are broke because like 70 or 80% of this country does not have $5,000 on a savings account. You are broke. I don't care how much money you have. You can have $10,000, $20,000 in your bank account right now. You are broke. That is broke. You do not understand the level of wealth that these people have out there. And you want to come on Instagram and be like talking about like, "Hey, you're broke." What do you mean? You don't have money? Bitch, I know you ain't have it too. Bitch, I know you ain't have it. None of us have it. We're all being taken advantage from. We're all being taken advantage of. I know you ain't got money either. It's statistically speaking, you do not have money. I know, and I know that for a fact. And I don't blame these boomers because these boomers, oh my God, bro. You go to like Facebook or Instagram and you see these boomers like, "Yeah, Donald Trump. Yeah, you know why they like Donald Trump? I'll fucking tell you right now why they like Donald Trump. These guys were born in the 80s. They knew they saw how powerful this country was. And now they see the shambles they're at right now. But these politicians are doing? These boomers, they're looking at this and be like, "Bro, what the hell is going on? I have $500 and that's nothing. When I was a kid, $500 I could pay the rent and buy groceries." And then these politicians with their pockets full of money, they're like, "Oh, I ain't got it. But I know who has it. The immigrants. The immigrants have it." Bullshit. You're being lied to. The immigrants don't have your money. Immigrants don't have your jobs. Especially illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants make up like 3% of this country. And I know this country, it's not in the shit that's at right now because of 3% of the population. It is not. If you believe that, you're being lied to. The only thing that separates you and me is class, it's money. Your race doesn't matter. Your culture doesn't matter. The country you're from doesn't matter. None of that really matters. And I guarantee you, if the class disparity that we had nowadays was smaller, people wouldn't care about your race. People wouldn't care about where you're from. As long as you have your money and you have your life and you be able to afford your bills, everyone is happy. And I would die on that hill. I would die on a hill that if everyone had good level, like good access to good opportunities, race, culture, none of that will matter. I understand that in the 60s it did, and we had segregation and people had the money, but we're on different times now. So whenever you turn on your social media and you see politicians or you see whatnot pushing this agenda that culture or race is what's ruining this country, that is a lie. You're being lied to. The only thing that separates people in this country is money, is class, because none of us are able to survive. And these politicians, they're pointing fingers. They're like, no, no, he has it. He has your money. I swear, I swear. Lies. No one has your money. Like 10 people in this country has your money, bro. 10, if not 5. 5 of them has all of our money. Anyways, can vampires be fat? So I went to a birthday last week, and one of my friends wrote like she was a very interesting predicament. You know, we have multiple forms of media that include vampiresque types of creatures, but funny enough, none of them are fat. Why is there no fat vampires, huh? I wanna raise that point right now. Why is there's no? Is it possible to be a fat vampire? What if you're fat before you become a vampire? Do you just get skinny? Mm? Well, we can answer that question both ways. I'll put my take on this. Okay, if we're gonna follow the most popular form of vampire media that we have nowadays, that would be Twilight. Now, there's a little symbol on my camera. I'm trying to see what that is, but I have no clue what the hell that means. We're recording, right? We should be good. Anyways, on Twilight, it says that whenever you become a vampire, you transform yourself into like a very attractive creature so that you can attract prey. Isn't that interesting? But then does that does that imply that being fat is not attractive? Stephanie Myers? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Why is there no fat vampires in Twilight? Hmm? But now, if we're gonna answer that question through a how do I put this? Through put some physics, put like through a how do I put this? Through a physical perspective. That's not how I flipping say this. But if we're gonna put science, yeah, if we're gonna put science into that, maybe when you're a vampire and you run super fast and you're super strong and you have super strength and you can read minds, your metabolic rate is so high that you're just on a constant catabolic state. Your body is just constantly, you know, catabolizing. Is that the word? I guess I'm bad with words today. Anyways, so they're constantly losing fat. How many calories is in blood actually? That's an interesting question. Maybe if I looked that up, I'd have been able to answer this question properly. But you're super strong and you're running around and you have your vampire friends and you don't sleep and you be doing vampire shenanigans. You're just burning through a shit ton of calories all the time. So maybe it's just really hard to be a fat vampire because it does a lot of blood. Like you're gonna have to run through a whole lot of people so that you can go into a calorie surplus of blood. I feel like that answer makes sense, right? you're just constantly doing cardio, and your muscles are just using like a shit ton of glycogen. um, what a shit show! What a mother flipping shit show, huh? Well, but I think that'll be it for today. We're already running on 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I want to keep it around this area, 30 minutes so that people can listen when they're driving. 30 minutes is a good time. Plus, no one wants to flippy hear me talk for so long. Am I right? But let me know why do you think there's no fat vampires? Do you think that's just the media being fat phobic? Or do you think there's an actual, scientific reasoning behind it, if that is even possible when you're talking about vampires? But yeah, that I think that'll be it for today. That's the resume. Joji's coming back. Some really good music. Make sure you go ahead and listen to it. We are being exploited. Is there even salvation at this point? Question mark. And can vampires be fat? Uh, I hope you enjoyed.